Good afternoon and welcome to a live broadcast of WSTC News for January 2026, brought to you by the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers in St. Clairsville High School. My name is Maximus Keller.
And I'm Ben Muley. On today's broadcast, book bans, new marine biology research, music news, and a new twist on exploring local history.
First, in global news, the LEGO Group unveiled new smart bricks at the 2026 Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, in Las Vegas, Nevada, set to revolutionize how people play with the products. The 2x4 standalone bricks feature sounds, sensors, lights, and a specialized silicone chip that all work together with the consumer's actions. The smart bricks were officially revealed on January 5th. Set to release in upcoming Star Wars LEGO sets, the bricks can level up how buyers respond to new releases from the company. These small bricks are jam-packed with carefully placed technology designed to counter off of children's playing habits. The smart bricks are motion censored, can measure distance, and respond to reactions from other smart bricks. Bluetooth signals are sent from one smart brick to another, and if one brick reacts to an event by a person, another brick can counter off of that action. Due to the Bluetooth signaling, some consumers are concerned that the smart bricks could potentially become hacked, abusing its technology. The LEGO Group has reassured buyers that they are equipping enhanced encryption and privacy controls to meet the high safety standards of the LEGO Group. They will continue to work on their safety features to keep consumers safe.
Next, in national news, on January 5th, Utah schools banned 3 more books, bringing the total up to 22. And the readers of these books, as well as their authors, are expressing frustration. The 3 latest books are Wicked, The Life of Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire, 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Critics argue many themes in Wicked, the inspiration for the hit musical, are not appropriate for younger audiences, but it can be argued that high schoolers are mature enough to read it. Maguire has said in the past that he believes the readers get to decide when they're ready to read his book, not him. 19 Minutes is about a fictional school shooting. It tells the story of the shooter and their consequences of their actions. The author, Jodi Picoult, stated that readers of her novel that helped him with their book with isolation and prevented them from committing acts of violence themselves. The Perks of Being a Wallflower follows a teenage boy who struggles with issues like sexual abuse, suicide, friendship, sexuality, relationships, drugs, and death. Readers have written to Chbosky about how the book has helped them overcome their own struggles. Currently, Utah is one of the strictest book laws, but it is still happening across the country, and all 3 authors have expressed their frustration with how often their books are banned in schools. Now to our music correspondent, Jonathan Verardi.
In late December 2025, Luke Combs unexpectedly started a countdown on his website. After posting demos of unreleased music earlier in the month, fans started speculating what the timer could mean, specifically a release of a new album. Combs, who recently became the highest-selling artist in the United States, had already announced a 2026 international tour starting on March 21st. Fans had high expectations for Combs, with 2026 marking a full decade since he released his first hit, Hurricane. Combs started posting unreleased songs dating back to COVID on a new, unverified account, leaving his fans wondering why. Combs said last year in an interview that he was excited about a new album that was underway, despite being nervous about releasing new music from harsh critique from his last album, released in 2023. On January 4th, Combs posted a snippet of an unreleased song, Sleepless in a Hotel Room. The timer, with fans becoming increasingly excited, ended on January 7th at noon. The announcement, fans were correct and Combs will officially release a new album on March 20th. Combs also released Sleepless in a Hotel Room with the announcement. The new album, The Way I Am, will include 22 songs. Combs is one of the biggest names in modern country music, and this new project will without a doubt have a huge impact on the industry. Next, global girl group Cat's Eye and their label Hybe and Geffen have become to receive backlash for the release of their new single, Internet Girl. After the song's debut on their tour in November of 2025, the studio version was released on January 2nd, 2026. Fans criticized the excessive use of auto-tune, and the line that was previously a fan favorite was replaced by a child's voice, leading to further upset from listeners. The live version of the song quickly rose in popularity among fans, creating anticipation throughout the fandom for the release of the studio version. However, when the studio version was finally released, fans were quick to point out some key differences between the two. Specifically, the line, "I'm getting out of here," initially was delivered by members of the group and became a fan favorite with their bold way of saying the line. Then, when fans listened to the studio version, they were quickly disappointed to hear that the line was no longer said by Cat's Eye, but was delivered in a child's voice sampled from a Melanie Martinez song. More so, the label is getting backlash because fans believe that they aren't using the group's talents to their full extent. The song Internet Girl provides commentary on these types of situations. The fan response, in this case, seems to prove the point the song is attempting to push.
Next, in local news, the Underground Railroad Museum in Flushing, Ohio, has recently come into possession of the Black Horse Inn, located in nearby Morristown, Ohio. The museum plans to move from their current location into this new property. With the new building, along with the grant from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, it will allow the museum to open a brand new kind of attraction, 5 bookable Airbnb suites. They will have 4 rooms on the second floor and 1 in the basement available for stays. This new experience, however, means there will be less room for items and exhibits. Christina Essel, museum director, said they hope to have be moved from their current location completely by October. She expects that out of their 8,000 items, they will have to leave 1/3 of the items due to not enough room. Essel says the museum hopes to have an auction for these items, but nothing has been decided for sure yet. Belmont County and the surrounding areas played a vital role in the Underground Railroad, and it is exciting to see new exhibits for hands-on learning.
Finally, in science news, in early January, scientists in Hokkaido, Japan, studying mammal marine science, discovered something new about ecotypes and orcas. The researchers saw strong differences in behavior between individual groups of animals and came to a conclusion: they may be completely different species. An ecotype is a specific form of certain species. For the orcas in Hokkaido, these are the transient and resident ecotypes. The different ecotypes of orcas seem to be less similar on levels of what they eat and their natural reaction to different marine life. Something that really stuck out was their urges of hunting other sea life. Some ecotypes, like the transient ecotype, are very aggressive. A pack of transient orcas being observed at S.E. Farallon Island were seen harassing a group of humpback whales for hours on end. Another ecotype is the resident whale. These whales have a completely different lifestyle while they stick to preying on fish and seals while traveling in smaller groups, avoiding conflict with bigger sea mammals. There are so many more differences that still need to be taken into consideration before scientists can act on this data. This information has overall led to a deeper study on orcas, which is a big step in the right direction for a better understanding of our Earth's marine biology.
That's all for this live edition of WSTC News. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Red Devil Productions for future releases from the program.
In case you missed it, be sure to check out our special holiday edition of WSTC News featuring a special message from St. Clairsville students and staff. See you next time.